Okay, so this is lesson 7. So these functions that we talk about, they actually come in 3 different forms, and you need to be able to look at all 3 forms and make comparisons. Here are 3 representations of the exact same function. Here is a graph, here is a table, and here is the function in its equation form. So this is the graph of y equals 2x plus 1, and this is the table. Evidently, in this example, they're only using these values. So you see there are only outputs at 2, 3.5, 4, and 4.5. I don't exactly know why that is, but this is how they took this equation to get these numbers in the output. So we need to be able to compare. If I ask you questions, I should be able to give you a table of a graph and a table, or a table and an equation, or an equation and a graph, etc., and you should be able to compare those and tell me things like which one is moving at a faster rate, so on and so forth. So let's take a look at an example of that. Here is a function that gives the volume of water that flows from faucet A. So this first one right here, this is faucet A. And they show us in a graph the water flowing out of the faucet over time in minutes, and then the volume in gallons. Faucet B, they gave us the equation for it. So they gave it to us in equation form. And they do tell us, this is important, assume that the flow of water from each faucet is constant. We definitely need to know that. So in this example, we're comparing a graph to an equation. Okay. Which faucet has the faster rate of flow of water? Okay, rate, whenever we see the word rate, that's an automatic indication that we are talking about slope. Now, since we are working off a graph and an equation, finding slope is actually pretty simple. The one thing with the graph is you need to pay attention to the scale. That's really, really important. So let's look at faucet A. Faucet A is giving us a graph. And so what we want to do is we want to find the slope. So we have a point right here, nice point right here, and then the next nice point we have is probably this one right here. And I want you to notice that this one increases +4. Pay attention to the scale. It increases +4, and then the horizontal change is +7. So our slope for this one would be 4/7. So that would be 4. Now, if we go ahead and divide that, get out my calculator here, that ends up being approximately 0.57 gallons per minute. So it's up 4 gallons over 7 minutes. That reduces to 0.57 gallons per minute. Now, let's talk about faucet B. Faucet B is given us to an equation form. Y equals 5, 6x. Well, there is your slope. Right there, 5, 6. So the slope of this one is simply 5, 6. And if you put that one in your calculator, see, it's hard to compare 4/7 to 5, 6. But if we change it into a decimal, it's pretty easy to compare. So that would be 0.83. So this one would be approximately 0.83 gallons per minute. So obviously, faucet B has the faster rate. And you supported that with the math. Each faucet is being used to fill a tub with a volume of 50 gallons. How long will it take each faucet to fill its tub, and how do you know? Okay, so let's start with faucet B, and we'll come back to faucet A. Faucet B, we have the equation. Y equals 5/6 x. We want to know how long it will take. Remember, x is time. So we want to know how much time for this to reach 50 gallons. So we would actually plug in 50 for the number of gallons because it's asking us to find the time. And then we would divide both sides by 5/6 in order to get our answer. I'm going to put that in my calculator. And when I put that in my calculator, I get 60. So for faucet B, it would take 60 minutes for faucet B. Now, faucet A, we don't actually have an equation. Well, we kind of have one. We just have to find the y-intercept. So we know that this is 4/7. We have the slope already. And look right here. This crosses the y-axis at 0, which means the y-intercept is 0. So we can actually write our own equation. And same thing. It wants to know how long it will take, which means find x, for this thing to reach 50 gallons. So I'm going to plug in 50 for y, and then I'm going to solve for x. Going to the calculator. And this time, we find out that x is going to be 87.5. So it would take 87.5 minutes for faucet A. So you need to be able to compare functions, whether they be given to you in equation form, table form, or graph form. And most of the time, that means find the slope. You know how to find a slope from a table. You know how to find a slope from a graph. And when you're given an equation, it's easy. The slope is given to you in the equation. Additionally, you need to be able to work out these simple word problems where all you're trying to decide is, do I plug in for y or do I plug in for x, and then solve those simple equations to get those variables by themselves. That's it.